Did you know you can rent out your old home for years and still potentially avoid capital gains tax when you sell it? This is something that catches a lot of people out. They assume that once they move out and rent their property, it automatically becomes fully taxable. But that's not always how it works. There's a rule that can allow you to keep the tax-free treatment for a period of time after you move out. And once you understand how it works, the rest becomes much clearer. So in this video, I'll walk through what the rule is, how it works in plain English, and where people tend to get it wrong. Nothing complicated, just a clear explanation. Let's start with the basics. When you live in a property, it's generally your main residence. And in Australia, your main residence is usually exempt from capital gains tax, which means if you sell it, there's no tax on the gain. Now normally, if you move out and turn that property into a rental, it stops being your main residence. And from that point, part of any future gain could become taxable. But this is where things become interesting. There's an exception to that rule. This is often called the 6-year rule. And the idea is quite simple. When you move out of your home, you may be able to continue treating it as your main residence for up to 6 years while it's rented out. So even though you're not living there for tax purposes, you can still be treated as if you are. A helpful way to think about it is this. It's like pressing pause on the tax. You've moved out, but the tax treatment doesn't immediately change. From the point you moved out and start renting the property, a 6-year period begins. If you sell the property within that time, you may still qualify for the full exemption. If you go beyond that period, part of the gain may become taxable. Not all of it, just a portion based on time. And this matters more than it might first appear, because timing is what drives the outcome. There's also another important detail. If you move back into the property and live in it again, that 6-year period can reset. So someone might live in a home, move out and rent it, move back in later, and then repeat that process. Each time, the timing can restart. Now, one key limitation to be aware of, at any point in time, you generally can't treat two properties as your main residence. So if you move into a new home while keeping the old one, you may need to choose which one gets the tax treatment. And this is where the real difference appears, because while the rule is helpful, it's often misunderstood. In financial planning work I've done over the years, this is one of the areas where small details create very different outcomes. The first mistake I see is assuming it's always tax-free. Just because it was your home once doesn't mean it always will be. The timing matters. The second mistake is simply losing track of time. People rent the property out, years pass, and they don't realise they've gone beyond 6 years. At that point, part of the gain becomes taxable. The third mistake is not keeping proper records. You need to know when you moved out, when it became a rental, and how long it was rented. Without that, the calculation becomes difficult. And this is where people run into trouble later. Another one I often see is not getting a valuation when the property first becomes a rental. That valuation can be important for working out tax if the property is sold later. And finally, owning multiple properties at once. If you have another home, you can't simply claim both. You may need to make a decision, and that decision affects the outcome. So while the rule is useful, it's one where the details matter. Done properly, it can reduce or eliminate tax. Handled loosely, it can create a surprise bill. Let's walk through a simple example. Someone buys a home and lives in it for several years. They move out and rent it for 4 years. Then they sell it. Because that sale happened within the 6-year window, they may still qualify for the full exemption. Now compare that to someone who rents it for 10 years. In that case, the first 6 years may still be covered, but the remaining years are not. So part of the gain becomes taxable. Not all of it, just a portion. And once you see that difference, the importance of timing becomes very clear. Now, if this might apply to you, there are a few simple steps you can take. Write down when you moved out of the property. Check how long it has been rented. Keep records of the key dates and events. Consider getting a valuation when it becomes a rental, Be aware if you own another property at the same time. And before selling, speak with a tax advisor or accountant. Now just quickly, this is general information only and not personal advice. Your situation can change how these rules apply, so it's important to get advice before making decisions. So to bring it all together, living in a home usually means no capital gains tax. Moving out and renting it doesn't automatically remove that benefit. The 6-year rule can allow you to keep it for a period of time. But timing, records, and structure all play a role. It's a simple rule on the surface, but getting the details right can make a meaningful difference. If you want to implement this properly, I help Australians structure this every day. Details are below.